Ever feel like you're constantly battling a tiny, mean-spirited version of yourself in your own head? Like you're about to share a brilliant idea in a meeting, and that voice pipes up, "Oh, please, that's the dumbest thing anyone's ever heard. They're going to laugh you out of the room." Or maybe you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and hear, "Seriously, those jeans, you look like a stuffed sausage." For years, that voice basically ran my life. I felt like I was trapped in a never-ending episode of Law and Order, but the courtroom was inside my own skull, and the prosecutor was a relentless, miniature version of me with a bullhorn and a serious superiority complex. I was convinced that the only way to shut her up was to become perfect. Good luck with that, right? But today, I'm unmasking a different truth, a truth that took me way too long to learn. You don't silence that inner critic by trying to strangle it. You silence it by actually understanding it. In this video, I'm sharing the exact mindset shifts and the mental judo moves that helped me go from being paralyzed by crippling self-doubt to actually genuinely accepting myself, flaws and all. And trust me, there are a lot of flaws. First, we have to identify the judge. Evolution wired our brains to be hypervigilant, to constantly scan for danger. Somewhere along the line, that danger detection system got a little overzealous and turned inward. Your inner critic isn't actually a monster. It's just a deeply misguided protector trying to keep you safe from rejection, embarrassment, and the crushing weight of failure. But here's the problem. It's trying to protect you using a map that's like 20 years out of date. It's still operating under the assumption that you're an awkward teenager at high school. The first thing I tried was personification. I know it sounds totally woo-woo, but stick with me. I gave my inner critic a name, Brenda. Don't ask me why Brenda. She just looked like a Brenda. Anyway, naming her was weirdly powerful. It was like, suddenly, I wasn't Brenda's puppet anymore. I was just some woman listening to a particularly annoying radio station. The second step was the courtroom method. When that voice, Brenda, started screeching, "Everyone thinks you're a complete and utter failure," I started demanding evidence. Is that an actual, verifiable fact? Or is that just a paranoid fear fueled by a lifetime of questionable decisions? Usually, the evidence crumbled faster than a cheap cookie. And finally, I embraced radical acceptance. I stopped trying to fix myself, to sand down all my rough edges and become some kind of perfectly polished robot. I realized that my flaws, my anxiety,